Are you tired of politicians pretending like everything is just fine while reality says otherwise? In today's video, we get into the Democrats' denial of their policy failures throughout history and how Biden's administration is struggling to mask the economic downturn. We'll uncover the truth behind the dismal jobs reports and rising inflation. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about the history of the facade of the Democratic policies and how Biden's team is desperately trying to cover up their economic blunders because it's right before an election and people vote with their wallets, right? It's not just politics as usual. It's a masterclass in denial and deception. First off, let's talk about under Obama, the Affordable Care Act. Remember when Obama and his staffers said that we'd love his health care plan if we just weren't too ignorant? That was the message they were throwing. Well, you just don't understand it. And you know what? That aged like milk, didn't it? Despite dismal support ratings, they insisted it was our lack of understanding that was the problem. But what if the real issue was the plan itself and the people were actually smart enough to realize that it was a piece of crap? Now, we have a history to look back on that shows us that just about every Democrat policy out there has failed miserably, has made things worse. Even Social Security and Medicare and all that, which is all unconstitutional, by the way, even those programs that they claim are a massive success, they're all going down to bankruptcy. They're running out of money for all of it. But what really gets me is that a Democrat, no matter how bad the policy is, what kind of damage it has done to people, to real people, they'll never admit that it was a bad policy. They'll say things like, well, it would have been a lot worse if we had done nothing at all. I disagree. Okay, there's this thing called Pareto optimality, and it is used to determine if a program is successful or not, even if it's good or not. This is not just done with government programs either. It's used in business as well, but in reality, it's used a lot in the social sciences, including economics and political science. What Pareto optimality means is the state at which resources in a given system are optimized in a way that one dimension cannot improve without a second worsening. All right, think of Pareto optimality like this. You're at a big party with a limited amount of pizza. Everyone wants a slice, right? Pareto optimality happens when you distribute all the pizza slices in a way that you can't make anyone happier without making someone else sadder. In simple terms, it's when things are balanced out perfectly. No one can get more without someone else getting less. So it's like finding that sweet spot where everyone is as satisfied as they can be with what they've got. If you're trying to change it, someone ends up worse off. Now think of the thousands and thousands of government programs out there. Can you name a single one that falls in line with Pareto optimality, where no one gets hurt but at least one person is happy? I don't know about you, but I can't. It means that all government programs today have to harm someone so that it helps someone else. And that's what the Democrats do. On one hand, they brag to certain groups that they want to get their votes from, saying that they're doing this and doing that to help them. And those evil Republicans over there, they hate you. They're not going to do this for you. But at the same time, they are quietly screwing over a whole lot of other people just so that they can get the votes from the first group by making them happy. That's what's going on. Now, fast forward to now, we've got Joe Biden. His handlers are finally realizing they can't gaslight us into believing the economy is on an upswing. Behind closed doors, they are panicking because the latest jobs reports are, well, abysmal. Now, what happens when the truth is too loud to ignore? Imagine trying to convince the public that the economy is booming when most jobs are going to foreign workers, according to the jobs report, including illegal aliens. And the majority of those jobs are part-time. They're not even full-time with benefits. That's like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound and calling it a successful surgery. How long can they keep up this charade? Former senior Treasury Department official Ben Harris admits, if half of the people think that unemployment is at a 50-year high when it's actually close to a 50-year low, this is a problem of misinformation. It's a problem of perception. Really, Ben? Maybe it's not the people who are misinformed. What if the real misinformation is coming from the government at the top? The White House is betting on this narrative, but as they say, it's a risky move. Let's see how it pans out for them. Still, one anonymous Biden advisor seems to get it. They know the administration can't gaslight us about inflation when we're seeing the rise in costs every week at the supermarket. Can Biden's team handle the truth staring them in the face? I don't think so. Do you? And here's the kicker. They can't stabilize inflation before the November election. They're out of time. To hit the Federal Reserve's 2% target, inflation would have to drop another 1.5%. That's not happening in 6 months, folks. So what's their next move? Voters are fed up with Biden's performance. It's tough to change opinions once they're set, especially when people feel the economy isn't working for them. Like I said, guys, people vote with their wallets. And all this anti-Trump negativity and pro-Biden, it's not working because people vote with their wallets. Job numbers are just headlines. What matters is what's in our bank accounts. All right, guys, smash that like button if you think the Biden economic disasters are in his policies, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please share our videos with like-minded friends who want to stay informed with what's really going on. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Every day I'm looking for